Hi guys, here Office Camper once again, another little episode here. Still here in my docket at my home base here. And I want to talk today about the materials that you're going to use in your camper van or your camper or your van conversion. I think the most important thing to consider when you're building or doing a do-it-yourself job is to consider the right materials. But first of all, we have to have a very good plan, an accurate plan. So it's very good to research a lot in internet. There's a lot of information about how you can do a very good layout for your new project. One of the sites that I use for designing this kind of van, that is basically in my own ideas, but I get some ideas of a Sportmobile. So Sportmobile has in his website has a very good design tool, and in that design tool you can load your footprint of your van. You can create your own design. When you are designing the cabinets, you have to have in mind that you are not in a big RV. So keep in mind that you are in designing in little spaces is different than designing when you have a huge space. So keep in mind that the scale of your cabinets is crucial. It's absolutely very important. The scale of your layout is vital in order to do a good job. So that's the first, I think that's the first rule. The second rule is insulation. I see a lot of projects in internet and YouTube, guys that start building his camper vans, start putting some cabinets inside of it, but they don't care about the insulation. How you're going to live, how you're going to travel, how you're going to wake up in the morning if you don't have insulation. How is going to be your night if you don't have insulation? Insulation is, I think, is the second most important thing in a van project, in a camper van project. And the third one is insulation. So first we have the layout, second we have insulation, third we have insulation again, because I think insulation is the most important thing that you have to consider inside this thing. It's very useful to have a big band. If I don't have this thing, I really don't know how my life is going to be if I don't have this fantastic vent, for example, because it allows me to move a lot of air, and that is very important when you are in a little space. And so I always keep my van very well ventilated with a lot of air circulation. In summertime, we are, for example, now in this part of the world, we are in summertime. We are in the end of the summer, so I just leave a little bit my vent open at night. In that way, I can evacuate the CO2 inside of my living cabin. So for me, this is a must. When you have one of those things inside of your van, then you can live without one of these things because they are very, very important. So I'm talking about materials, how I choose the right materials for my job. Well, first of all, keep in mind it's I'm not saying that you have to do this in the same way. I'm only saying that this is a little advice that I am giving to you. I'm not saying this is the Bible of how to do a conversion, because this is my first conversion and I'm still learning. But what I learned, and it's very useful, is keep in mind that this is a camping vehicle. You can have a lot of surfaces that attracts dust. So the most important thing, the key here, is have materials inside of your van that not attract dust. For example, here I have a sponge. It's a typical, a regular kitchen sponge. So let's make the test. When I designed this van, I always keep in mind that if I can clean it with a regular sponge, it's going to be okay. So what I'm talking is very simple. If you see here, all of my surfaces, I can clean it in a very efficient way with a simple sponge. For example, I can clean all my cabinets with no problem at all. I can clean all of my surfaces here. I also can clean my PVC floor, because this is not laminated floor, it is PVC floor. Why PVC? Because you are going to deal here with water. Sometimes water spills in the floor and you need to clean very fast and in a very efficient way. So remember that you're going to have water tanks inside of here, and it's very probably that in a living space you are going to spill water on the floors. Also, if you have a look to my ceiling is also designed in the same way. I just can't clean my ceiling with a sponge. Why? Because it's PVC form. This ceiling is made from PVC form, so it's very easy to clean. Also, I can paint it if I need. So I think for me to keep my van clean is the key, because I always want to keep all of my things very clean. And so I just, if you guys saw my videos, I just added this new carpet to the floor that, as you can see, looks very nice. But this carpet is removable, so I can easily put away that carpet and I can watch it. I can watch my carpet with a hose in my garden in a very easy way, and then I can put my carpet again. So it is a removable carpet. And I am not covering all of my floor because I just leave this space with PVC floor. That's because when I'm camping, my shoes are dirty and maybe I'm wet, so this is the place to put all the wet stuff if you're coming from the rain or if you're coming from a dirty place. I can put all of my dirty things here and not contaminate the other parts of the van, like the cabin here, that it's also with a removable carpet, and the back side of the van. So, well, this is just a little video to show you how to do a good layout of your van, first of all. Second, the insulation. Third, the insulation. And then choose the right materials. Keep in mind that if you are in the other day I was driving through a road that was full of dust, and in less than 20 minutes my van was covered, the back side of the van, with a lot of dust. But when I arrived to my camping site, I just pick up my sponge and I start to clean my van, and I have everything clean in less than 10 minutes. And that's why, because of the materials that I choose. If you see here, this is also is vinyl, so I also can clean it with a sponge. So everything I can clean with a sponge, and I'm very satisfied with the results. So in the first time I didn't want to put a carpet, because I know that carpets are very good to attract a lot of dust, but the floor gets very cold and in winter, so I need to insulate more the floor, and the best thing to do that is to put a carpet. I already have two layers of insulation underneath that vinyl floor, but it's still not enough. So I decide to put that carpet to insulate a little more the living space of the van, because sometimes it's getting very cold in winter. So guys, that's it. I hope everyone have a great day, a great night, depending on the part of the world you are. I want to thank all the subscribers, the new one, because this a little channel, and I'm celebrating my 100 subscribers today. So thank you to all of you for watching my videos, and hope you see you soon. Bye. Ciao.